Hey guys, welcome to another Escape Wheel watch review. Today we're going to be looking at a San Martin Flieger. So I usually don't show you guys the boxes, but I figure this one is actually useful. So it's a waterproof box, and you see it's got like 4 clips on each side of it. It snaps down. It's really nice. I've been using it for travel. I'll throw 2 watches in here and have one on the wrist. And, it's just a good way to bring along some extra watches and actually get some usefulness out of the box, which I love. So it's nothing fancy, but it does the job. Anyway, just wanted to get that out there. So let's talk about the watch itself. So as you guys know, San Martin, they've been around for a few years now. I think they make great Chinese watches. I think their case finishing and the tolerances that they hit are really good for what you're paying. Speaking of the price, this one is $150 on AliExpress, and you can see them go on sale during the big sales for around $120, and I think that's a great price. Steel Dive also does one for around $100. I don't know. I've heard that the case finishing on the San Martin is nicer, but I have not had them in hand, so I can't really comment. But yeah, so let's talk about this case. So it is 316L stainless steel. The diameter is 39 millimeters. The lug-to-lug distance is 49 millimeters, so it's a little bit longer lug-to-lug than I'm used to, but it still wears great, and I'll show you that later. It's got a 20 millimeter lug width, so it's good for all the straps, and it is 12 millimeters thick, so it's nice and thin. It's pretty lightweight, and it's got some curvature to the lug, so I think it fits really well on my 7 1/4 inch wrist, and we'll show you that later. The bezel on this, it's just a fixed bezel. Obviously, there's no markings on it or anything. It's circular brushed. It's simple. It's clean. I think it works really well as a field watch, and I think these are listed as a Flieger watch, but at least in this dial setup, I think it's more of a field watch. So the crystal on it, as you can see, it's just a flat crystal. It is sapphire, which is really nice. The dial on this, this comes in quite a few different dials. So the one you're seeing here, this is kind of like there's a Damasco, I believe that's how you say it, style. So it's got the crosshairs and no branding on it. It's a matte black dial, but it's a pretty deep black. It's got the triangle at 12 and then numerals at all the others. All of the kind of, it's kind of like a greenish tinge to it, and all that green is luminous material. So it's super easy to read in the middle of the night. I take this watch camping with me. I'll charge it up before I go to bed, and I can look over at it any time during the night and easily tell what time it is. So the lume on this watch is fantastic. Just like any other San Martin, the lume is really, really great. This is C3, so it is the green. It's not the blue. And it burns super bright right away, and it lasts all night long. The hands on it are black with the lume material, and then it's got this bright yellow seconds hand, which I think is really cool. The second hand is not lumed, but yeah, it's not a big deal, and I think it looks pretty cool in that yellow. So let me get you a lume shot here real quick. So there you go. There's a nice lume shot for you. This is a comparison to the San Martin sub on the left. It's got the BGW9. The Flieger definitely burns brighter at first. I think the San Martin, the sub, kind of lasts longer, but either way, you're going to get lume throughout the night on these things, and it's really great, easy to read. I love it. So that was the lume. I think it, like I said, it's great. The crown on this is a screw-down crown, and it works just like you'd expect. It pops out as soon as it breaks those threads. It pops out to the first position. That's where you can hand wind it. It does have a ghost date position, so the second position here does nothing. It's actually changing the date back there somewhere, but and then on the last click, it is hacking And you know, it's the Seiko NH35. Everyone knows it and loves it, and it works great. The crown threading going in is just as nice. The crown is a good size. It's unsigned, just like the rest of this watch. Everything is sterile on this thing. The dial is sterile, the case back is sterile, the crown is sterile. It is a screw-down case back as well, and you'll find all the gaskets in there. It's got a gasket, it's got an O-ring, it's got double gaskets on the crown, and you know, that aids in the 200-meter water resistance on this guy. So the NH35 inside, like I said, it's been very accurate for me. I don't know if San Martin regulates their watches or not, but both of my San Martins with the NH35 have been within 5 seconds a day, so no complaints there. The supplied strap that this comes on, it's a 20 millimeter NATO or Zulu. I don't know the difference of them, but it's a 5-ring. It's pretty heavy duty. These rings are pretty thick. They're solid. The actual strap material itself is actually really nice. I've got a bunch of NATOs, and this material is really nice. I like it a lot. Unfortunately, it's just a little bit too small. It could have used an extra, I don't know, centimeter and a half or so. But that's on me, and that's my preferences. I like to have it tucked in under, you know, folded back under this here, and I'll show you that in a little bit here. The hardware on it, it's simple, but it works. You know, it's not bad. It's nothing fancy. It's all brushed, kind of goes with the case. So yeah. As for quality control issues, I had absolutely none on this one. Yeah, this thing came in and it was perfect. No issues whatsoever. My final thoughts on this piece are, you know, I bought this as a field watch, as it's basically a mechanical beater watch. I've got that Casio resin diver that I just kind of gave up on, haven't used in a while, because I got this one. And you know, I've taken this to the mountains, I've taken it to the beaches, into pools, you know, camping, like I said, and yeah, I mean, it gets knocked around. You can probably see that it's been scratched up here and there, and it's great. But the thing that I really like about this watch is that it's all brushed. There's not a single polished surface on this thing, so it really hides those scratches, and that's, you know, that's great for me. I'm pretty OCD when it comes to my watches. Yeah, like I said, it's been great. I'm going to pop it on the wrist for you real quick. Here it is on the wrist, and there you go. So yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I like the color strap that it comes with. Like I said, I really like the strap. I just wish it was a little bit longer. It actually tucks in pretty good now. So I don't know why I didn't like it in the first place, but this, I'd rather just use a regular NATO on it, and that's what this thing typically lives on when I'm using it. So, but yeah, it's not a bad strap if you like this kind of strap, and you'll see it hugs the wrist pretty good. It sits nice and flat, and I've got no real problems with it. So there you go. That's the San Martin Flieger. I think it's a great watch, and if you are interested in buying this, I will leave a link in the description. That it will be an affiliate link. That just tells San Martin that I am sending you to their store to buy the watch, and I get a little bit of a kickback that's going straight back into the channel. Hopefully going to buy some more watches. I do have a couple in the mail coming. So yeah, and you know, we'll have some fun with it. We'll do some giveaways, and yeah, everyone wins in this situation. So yeah, like I said, if you like it, I say go for it. I don't have any problems with this watch. No issues. Just if you're looking for a nice beater watch, or even just a, you know, just a typical field watch, I think it's great. Go for it. So yeah, I will talk to you guys in the next one. See ya.